Claire of Clarity Horsemanship here today to discuss what makes horses horses. Because horses are horses, they have certain social and welfare needs that we need to do our best to meet. Not meeting these does lead directly to unwanted behavior. Understanding how horses naturally behave helps us look after them and enjoy them in the best possible way. There are 3 pretty simple ways horses express their horseness. Horses require the companionship of other horses. They require the ability to forage for food and to move around. Those 3 requirements have been dubbed the 3 F's: friends, forage, and freedom. I have taken a horse before for training whose described behavior problem never arose for me. On investigation, I found that the horse was kept alone at home, and at the barn where I train he was housed in a group. When his social needs were met, the unwanted behavior simply disappeared. Horses need other horse friends. Human company is not enough, and while other species as companions can work sometimes, it's still not ideal. Horses need to create herd structure, which is very far removed from the old concept of dominance and submission, but works more like a triangle, with horse A able to push horse B, who pushes horse C, who pushes horse A. And that triangle can occur for any resource that the horse wants. For example, horse A may be able to push horse B for food, but not for water. And horse C might be able to push horse A for food, but not for shelter. And horses display pain in a very subtle way that we need to learn to understand. Our nature is quite different from that of horses. Horses don't see us as other horses, which means they can easily perceive us as a threat. Learning how to move and interact around horses helps to bridge the gap between our 2 natures. Developing a trainer's voice is a great help in training. When you speak to the horse and provide vocal cues in the same calm, soft tone every time, the horse learns the cues faster and remains more relaxed. Horses were designed to be grazers, constantly moving from place to place, one step and one bite at a time. Horses in free-ranging herds spend more than half of their day eating, and eat mainly grass. In domestic settings, this isn't always possible, as grain supplements or restrictive diets may be required, but the longer a horse can spend chewing, the healthier their digestive system will be. Horses that can eat forage for that many hours per day also are at a lower risk for developing stereotypic behaviors like cribbing, fence walking, or windsucking. Eating off the ground or with the head as low as possible also aids the horse's posture, making for a healthier back. In a free-ranging setting, horses cover a lot of ground every day. They are moving constantly as they eat, and in addition to that, will spend 4 to 13% of each day actively moving. In domestic settings, that level of unstructured movement is not always possible, and is replaced in part with structured movement like riding exercise. But providing as much freedom to move as possible is excellent for the horse's mental state and fitness, and assists with the digestion of forage. Placing needed resources like water and food as far apart as possible in the pasture ensures that horses continue moving. Now you know some of the unique needs that horses have because they are horses: friends, forage, and freedom.